All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and depending from where you're watching us from. This is Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to bring you the gospel of redemption and we are here to set the record straight. We are here to speak that bitter truth without fear or favor. And if today is the first time of coming across our video and you like the way we are propagating this gospel of freedom, please kindly subscribe, like, and share our video. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our video if you like the way we are propagating this gospel of freedom. All right, this video here, I want you guys to watch the video. There was a video I made yesterday. I was talking about West, where West be of help to us in actualizing our dream, which is Biafra. Will West be of help in actualizing our freedom? And I know I said from all indications, we know that West are capitalist-minded people. The people that controls most of this Western nation, they are top business moguls. And these business moguls, even their government, they believe that Africa is a place that they can get any natural resources anytime they want. So anything that will make Africa to be stable, they don't like it. Anything that will make Africa to be stable, they don't like it. That is why we've been clamoring for freedom. They've buyed us in numbers. They've, done all manner of dehumanized treatment to Biafra. Yet, they've not taken it as a subject of discussion simply because they believe that if they should pay attention to the case of Biafra, if they should pay close attention to the issue of Biafra, they would grant Biafra their request. So, for them not to make that mistake, they always overlook anything that has to do with Biafra. Look at the extrajudicial killing, buying that Nigeria is melting on Biafrans. You can't see it in any headline news. Why am I saying all these things? This video here, this same US, we have to set the record straight. We have to speak that bitter truth. You get a point. The earlier we tell ourselves the truth, the better for us. This US, they will believe that they will do something to our plight. This US will believe that they will be of help to us in actualizing our dream, which is Biafra. Now, you will watch and hear what they are saying about Ibrahim Traore. Now, after watching this video, then you ask yourself question. What they are propagating about Ibrahim Traore, is it true or false? Me and you know that Ibrahim Traore is a gift to Africa. Look at how he is building Burkina Faso. In space of short time, in space of short period of time, the guy has transformed Burkina Faso. But right here, you will see this army chief, army general, or army whatever in the United States. He is presenting the case of Ibrahim Traore to their Congress, saying that the guy only interest is to use their solid minerals to enrich himself. That the welfare of Burkinabes is not his concern. Now the question you should ask yourself, what he said, is it true? This kind of man that has this mindset towards Ibrahim Traore, do you think that this kind of person can influence Trump to look into our matter? Do you think that this kind of man can influence Trump to look into our matter? We have to stay ourselves truth because this Biafra is for all of us. No need of deceiving ourselves. No need of deceiving ourselves. You will listen to what he said about Ibrahim Traore, the man whom we know, even both in infrastructure, agriculture, in all areas, the man is transforming all their sectors. Transforming all their sectors. But right here, the man is saying that the guy is not doing anything about the welfare of Burkinabes. What is the difference between France and America? What's the difference? What is the difference between America and France? Do you see that these guys, they have one thing in common, which is just to loot Africa? That is why I'm saying that we have to do what? Put our eggs in different baskets, not in one basket. We got to put our eggs in different baskets. Very, very important. As we are looking towards the west, we should equally be looking towards the Eastern Bloc. You know, this is what Ibrahim Traore got right. He makes sure that he's into alliance with the Eastern Bloc, which Moscow is in charge. So all these things they are doing, the only thing they will do is now they have tried, in different means and in different forms to assassinate Ibrahim Traore, but all the whole this thing failed. It all failed. Now what they will do now is this: they will not come direct, but they will use enemy within. They will use people who are close to Ibrahim Traore to do the dirty job. But this time around, our ancestors will not allow them. They will not succeed. They have succeeded in past. But this time around, this case of Ibrahim Traore is what will expose this West to who they are. This case of Ibrahim Traore will expose them. It will expose them. Look at the man that is doing a fantastic job. The other day, we saw some happy slaves, Burkinabes who lives in France. They were staging protests against Ibrahim Traore. Do you see the attack? Now reconcile the attack when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was a free man and when PM was a free man. Reconcile the attack they faced. Do you see the pressure? Do you see that almost this kind of pressure, they pressured Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon and the Dr. Show Lucas Ayaba. The same kind of pressure is what they are giving to Ibrahim Traore now. They are pressuring him because he's fighting to liberate Burkinabes from these colonizers, from these new colonialists. The same way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was fighting to liberate Biafra from this damnation called Nigeria, which Nigeria we know is a place, that each time they need one or two resources, they will just come there. Now the question you should also ask yourself, now this man, this American general and the US congressman, man that is saying this trash about Ibrahim Traore, have they not seen the extrajudicial buying that is going on in Nigeria? Are they not seeing human rights violation that is going on in Nigeria? What stops them from saying that, or from calling out Nigerian government? What stops them? What stops them from calling out Nigerian government on the atrocities they are melting, or their atrocities are melting on their own citizens? Do you hear this man talk about how Nigeria buy their citizens in a cold blood during NSAS? Do you hear him talk? People came out in Nigeria to protest, hunger protest. They buy them in their numbers. This man, this US Army general, didn't say anything. He never come out to say or to present to the Congress that Nigeria government or so person, either the one that left office or this current one, that his activity is against his citizen. He never come out to talk anything about the one that is in Abuja. But he's quick to condemn Ibrahim Traore, saying that Burkinabes, his only interest is grabbing that resources of Burkina Faso. That is to tell you, that is where the eyes. Now that resources where Banya had it, because the guy has stopped them. The guy have stopped them from doing what? From looting their resources. He said he only, make money from the resources in Burkina Faso and enrich himself. Whereas me and you know that this guy is working day and night to make sure that he change the lives of Burkinabes. Do you see how these guys roll? Just because of the protest, this shambolic protest from Burkinabes held in France, that has been the basis of his junk, or basis of the junk he's talking about now. But Burkinabes that are singing songs of praises to this Ibrahim Traore, even when Ibrahim Traore said, I want to conduct election, they came out en masse and said, you go nowhere. The devil we know is better than the angel we've not seen. You should continue in power. This US guy didn't see Burkinabes then. You see? And these are the people. This man is part of the people that will influence Trump on the issue of Biafra. And you think with this very mindset this man got, do you think he can, influence Trump positively to look into Biafra? We shouldn't deceive ourselves. It's high time we look towards Moscow. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. Yes. I already know why I go. See West. I have to be honest with you guys. I can't help it. But you're not going to know the gospel truth. You see, these guys, they're just wasting our time. That thing we need from them, I don't think they will give us that thing. Look at this man. You just watch. Cool down and watch in details. Just cool down and watch. You listen to what he said about Ibrahim Traore. Then you tell yourself that truth if this kind of person can influence Trump to do something for us. Man, we do the right thing at the right time. It's better we do the right thing at the right time. I don't say we should not work with them, but as we are working with them, we should equally do what? Work with Eastern Bloc. These are the people that I know. If they stand with you, they stand with you. They don't fucking have any interest in your resources. They don't even want to control you. They are communist nation, not capitalist nation. So, as we are going to Washington, you see that Moscow is very, very, very important to all equally do what? To equally knock on their door. We have to apply different strategy if truly we want this freedom. And the reason why you see they have not come so hard on Ibrahim Traore is because they know that Moscow got his back. Moscow got Ibrahim Traore back. If they mess up with Ouagadougou, they will hear from Moscow. They know that one. So the only thing they can do is this rubbish they are using. Using people, looking people they will bribe, people who are close to him, to off him or to unalive him, but they no go succeed. No long talk. I want you guys to watch. Please, you see this video. Once you watch this video, please share this video, share it. Share the video, like and share so that YouTube will distribute this video to go more viral. I am man on a meaning chaba. We don't go stay inside water, soap go into our eyes. No. I greet you all. Peace and love.
Guys, the West and America are proposing an invasion to arrest Ibrahim Traore because he asked for the return of Burkinabe gold from France. We cannot allow the West and America to win again in Africa. They won in the time of Gaddafi. We cannot allow Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore to fall. He is our hero. We must speak up. They have to hear one voice. We have to speak with one voice. We are strong. They cannot win. We are all ready to defend Burkina Faso with our lives. America and the West,
All right, looks like it's time for us to go save the people of Burkina Faso. This guy got on U.S. Senate hearing and said that the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, has become a threat to his own people. You already know what that means, what that sounds like. That means it's time for us to go liberate the people of Burkina Faso. And of course, they're going to use a black man. The blackface is always a house nigga. Every time they're going to use, every time they want to use violence on black people, they use a black man from the West to come bring it on Africans. When they want to use sweet talk, it's always a black woman. Like you see, this guy's used violence for Burkina Faso. When they wanted to do what was it called? What was it in Kenya? The bill they were trying to introduce, where if you owe too much taxes, the IMF could take your land. It was black American congresswomen they used to send them to Kenya. Like, America has realized they have black people in power who they can use now to destroy Africa. But yes, this house nigger, Michael Langley, is now the guy who's going to be the face of America going into Burkina Faso. Look it up. He got on the Senate hearing and said, but Ibrahim Traore is a threat to his own people.
News channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community.
Welcome to Africa Diaspora News Channel. My name is Lynette Akotonu. On April 3rd, 2025, during a meeting of the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee in Washington, D.C., General Michael Langley, the commander of U.S. Africa Command, responded to Senator Roger Wicker, stating that the Burkinabe government is only interested in exploiting the gold and natural resources in Burkina Faso for its own gain, rather than improving the lives of the people in Burkina Faso. Let's watch the video.
In a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side that inure to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traore and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
In return, Burkina Faso released a press statement to these allegations, I must say. Let's read it. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Regional Cooperation and Burkina Faso Citizens Abroad followed with great interest the public session held on April 3rd, 2025 by the United States Senate Committee on Armed Services, devoted to hearing senior military officials from U.S. commands for Europe, U.S. EUCOM, and for Africa, U.S. AFRICOM. At this session, answering a question not directly related to Burkina Faso, General Michael Langley, commander of U.S. AFRICOM, made some regrettable comments, to say the least, with serious inaccuracies about Burkina Faso and its government, without supporting his statement with the slightest evidence. By claiming that Burkina Faso's mineral resources, as well as certain revenues from cooperation with the People's Republic of China, might not be beneficial to the population and might rather serve to protect the regime in power, General Langley is taking a stand, deliberately ignoring this new sovereignty momentum of Burkina Faso. Such unsubstantial, unfounded, and eminently political comments are all the more worrying because they were made within a parliamentary body as prestigious as the U.S. Senate by a senior military official. The ministry hereby protests strongly against this wrong statement, with no aim rather than harming the image of the government of Burkina Faso, especially for efforts made in the fight against corruption and in defending the interests of the Burkina Faso people. Two major priorities of the president of Burkina Faso, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore. The ministry formally denies such allegations. Concrete actions conducted on the ground show the sincere commitment of the Burkina Faso authorities to fostering inclusive and sustainable development, Far-reaching reforms have been undertaken in the areas of agriculture, water, infrastructure, education, and health to improve the distribution of resources that will benefit populations. Since he took office, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore worked resolutely to improve public governance. All revenues from mining are now returned to the state coffers and are being rigorously and transparently managed under the national budgets. General Langley should have rather focused on his area of expertise by providing the members of the Senate Committee with a more balanced analysis of the causes that led to Burkina Faso to review some military cooperation agreements in respect of its sovereignty. He could also have highlighted the significant progress made by the defense and security forces, supported by the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, VDP, in the fight against terrorism, with the support of sincere partners complying with the will of the Burkina Faso people. Finally, the ministry reiterates the importance of open and constructive dialogue and urges the appropriate communication channels be used to foster a fair and objective understanding of the situation and new momentum prevailing in Burkina Faso. Well, that was a long read, but it was worth it. What concerns the US government with what is going on in Burkina Faso? And the thing is, this comes shortly after it was reported that Captain Ibrahim Traore demanded France to return all the gold that belongs to Burkina Faso back to Burkina Faso. And now we see this. They did not even talk about the fact that France have some of Burkina Faso's gold, yet they talked about the gold that are in Burkina Faso that are being used by those in power, which absolutely is not true. We've seen the reforms and the innovative things that are going on in Burkina Faso. Do you want to talk about education, the infrastructure? Is it health? Is it the agricultural sector? There are numerous things we could name and count that we see that Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing. How then do these guys not see these things that he is doing and claim that he is siphoning the resources gotten from all this? I don't understand. What's their aim? Are they saints now? Now, are they free of corruption and loopholes here and there, that they are looking to find a fault or find faults in Captain Ibrahim Traore's government? And so what's their aim exactly? Find fault in the government of Burkina Faso in order to find a way to infiltrate? We are grateful that Captain Ibrahim Traore is dogged and he will not allow external influence, because tell me why. All of a sudden, when he stood up to France to bring back the gold, we are hearing that they said they are not using the gold properly. But they, the US, cannot talk about the fact that France also has some of Burkina Faso's gold. Now, that's not balanced enough. That's not fair. And we know where this is driving at. But thankfully, they will not prevail in any scheme, any of that scheme or any of that plot. I mean, this man is doing well. We've seen the various things he has done. Now, even if the government of the day is embezzling funds or siphoning funds, if you feel the government of Burkina Faso is siphoning funds, so long this young man is doing right by his people. I mean, the infrastructures is something we can see, something the citizens can attest to. Now, if this young man was not doing well, trust me, they would have succeeded in their coup and plot against him, their assassination plans and whatsoever against him. You won't tell me a young man is standing, the whole Burkinabe soldiers are standing by him, solidly behind him, just because he's siphoning and embezzling funds. No. If he wasn't doing well, someone would have snitched this young man. Yes, someone would have sold Burkina Faso. But guess what? They cannot find their way into Burkina Faso because he is doing well. Should we talk about Nigeria? If Nigeria government was actually embezzling funds, we know they're embezzling funds, right? And they're also doing well for the people. I'm telling you, Nigerians wouldn't complain. If life was easy for the people and the government of the day is still embezzling funds, the people wouldn't complain. But here you are embezzling funds and you're not even making life easy for the people and you want us to back you up as Nigerian government. No, but this young man is doing well. So how dare the US make such allegations? Well, what do you think about this story? Comment below and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button.